Okay, so get this. Today we're going to be diving into a paper
Yeah.
that's using AI to predict the health of machine bearings.
Wow.
I know it's kind of crazy, right? AI and like heavy machinery
Yeah.
don't really seem like they go together, but
Right.
that's what makes this so interesting.
For sure. For sure.
The paper is called An Innovative Foundation Model for Bearing Prognostics and Health Management Through Pre-Trained Large Language Models.
Catchy.
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
Yeah.
But I think the simple way to think about it is, can we use the same technology that powers things like ChatGPT to understand the vibrations of a machine?
Yeah. It's a really creative approach.
Yeah.
We usually think of language models as processing text,
Right.
but this research is exploring how they might be able to analyze something completely different,
Ah.
mechanical vibrations.
So how does that even work?
Yeah.
Bearings don't exactly speak English.
Well, that's where things get clever.
Okay.
They've developed a new foundation model
Okay.
called Pulse, which leverages pre-trained large language models, or LLMs.
Okay.
But instead of feeding the LLM raw vibration data,
Right.
they combine it with specially crafted text prompts
Oh, interesting.
that give the LLM context.
So it's like giving the AI a set of instructions
Yeah.
or a translator to help it make sense of those vibrations?
Exactly.
Okay.
This prompt as prefix technique allows the LLM to understand the signal data
Uh-huh.
in a way that it can process.
Gotcha.
The prompt might include information like the type of bearing operating conditions or even descriptions of known fault patterns.
Okay, so it's like giving the LLM a crash course in bearing mechanics.
Right, exactly.
But why go to all this trouble?
Yeah.
Why not stick with the, tried and true methods
Right.
for diagnosing bearing faults?
Well, traditional methods definitely have their place.
Yeah.
But they can be quite limited.
Okay.
They're often very specific to a certain type of bearing or fault,
Right.
and they can struggle with smaller data sets,
Uh-huh.
leading to something called overfitting.
Overfitting.
Yeah, think of it like this.
Okay.
If you only ever study one type of engine,
Okay.
you might miss important clues when you're looking at a different one.
Okay.
The model becomes too specialized to generalize well.
Ah, so this new approach with LLMs is a way to kind of break free from that narrow focus.
That's the idea.
Okay.
Pre-trained LLMs have already learned from massive amounts of data.
Right.
This makes them less prone to overfitting and more adaptable.
Okay.
It's like you have a broader understanding of patterns and relationships
Gotcha.
that can be applied to different situations.
So rather than starting from scratch each time,
Right.
you're using an AI that's already a bit of an expert.
Exactly.
Interesting, but does it actually work?
Yeah.
Did they put this pulse model to the test?
They tested it on 4 different bearing data sets,
Okay.
comparing it to several established methods,
Gotcha.
and the results are pretty remarkable.
Really?
Yeah.
So Pulse actually lived up to its potential.
In a big way. Pulse consistently outperformed the traditional methods,
Okay.
both in fault diagnosis,
Uh-huh.
which means correctly identifying the type of fault,
Right.
and in predicting the remaining useful life of the bearing, how much time it is left before it fails.
Wow, so this isn't just some theoretical idea.
Right.
They're seeing real results.
Exactly.
Do they give any specifics about just how accurate Pulse is?
They do in one case.
Okay.
Pulse reached an accuracy of over 98%
Wow.
in classifying bearing faults.
That's incredible.
And get this, they achieved this with minimal training data.
Oh, wow.
That's what we call few-shot learning.
Okay.
It suggests that Pulse can adapt quickly to new situations
Mm-hmm.
without needing massive amounts of data each time.
That could be a game changer, especially in industrial settings where
Right.
time and data are often limited.
Exactly.
But how can we be sure it's the LLM and the prompts that are making the difference?
Yeah.
Could it be something else about the Pulse model?
To test this, they conducted what are called ablation studies.
Ablation
So
study.
they systematically remove parts of the model
Okay.
to see how performance is affected.
So they're basically taking the AI apart piece by piece to figure out what makes it tick.
Exactly.
Clever. And what did they learn?
Well, they found that both the LLM and the prompts are crucial.
Okay.
Removing either one
Uh-huh.
caused a significant drop in Pulse's accuracy.
Really?
It really highlights
Yeah.
how this unique combination
Yeah.
is what makes Pulse so effective.
It's like a perfect recipe.
Right.
You need all the right ingredients to make it work. This whole idea of using LLMs
Yeah.
to understand machines is fascinating.
Yeah.
But let's shift gears a bit
Okay.
and talk about the real world.
Sure.
Industrial environments can be messy,
Right.
lots of noise and interference.
Uh-huh.
How would Pulse handle that?
That's a great point. The researchers actually address that directly.
Okay.
They tested pulse's robustness
Mm-hmm.
by adding various levels of noise to the vibration signals.
And how did it hold up?
Yeah,
Did all that extra noise throw it off?
pulse proved to be surprisingly resilient.
Okay.
It maintained good accuracy even in the presence of significant noise,
Wow.
which is really promising for real-world applications.
Yeah.
Many traditional methods are highly sensitive to noise,
Right.
so this robustness is a major advantage for pulse.
That makes sense. So Pulse isn't just a lab experiment.
Right.
It has the potential to work in a real factory setting.
Yeah.
That's exciting, but so far we've only talked about specific bearings.
Right.
What about its ability to adapt to different types of bearings or even different tasks?
That gets to the heart of what makes LLMs so powerful, their ability to transfer learning.
Transfer learning, that sounds almost like a superpower for AI.
In a way, it is. They were able to train pulse on one set of bearing data,
Okay.
and then with just a little bit of additional training, apply it to completely different bearing,
Yeah.
or even a different task.
Really?
For example, they took a model trained on classifying bearing faults,
Mm-hmm.
and with minimal tweaking,
Yeah.
successfully used it to predict the remaining useful life of a completely different bearing.
So the AI is learning something fundamental about the data, something that goes beyond the specifics of any one task or bearing. That's pretty amazing. What are the implications of that kind of flexibility?
Think about it.
Yeah.
This opens up a whole new realm of possibilities for prognostics in health management, or PHM.
Okay.
Instead of building separate AI systems for each type of machine
Right.
or each specific task,
Mm-hmm.
we could have more general purpose systems
Okay.
that adapt to a wide range of applications.
That would be a huge step forward, wouldn't it?
It would.
Imagine the potential cost savings and efficiency gains.
Exactly. It
Mm.
could revolutionize the way we approach maintenance and diagnostics in all sorts of industries.
Wow.
But of course, like with any new technology, it's important to consider both the potential benefits and the potential challenges.
Yeah, it feels like we're really on the verge of something big here.
It does.
Where do we go from here? What's next?
I think there are so many exciting avenues to explore.
Yeah.
Um, One area that really stands out is scaling up.
Okay.
The models and data sets they used in this research
Yeah.
were still relatively small.
Right.
Imagine what we could learn if we trained these LLMs on truly massive data sets,
Oh, wow.
capturing the full complexity of real-world operations.
It'd be like giving the AI a whole encyclopedia of
Yeah.
machine knowledge to learn from.
Precisely. With those larger models, we might even see entirely new capabilities emerge, things we haven't even thought of yet.
Oh, wow.
Maybe these systems could move beyond diagnosis and prediction,
Uh-huh.
starting to suggest creative solutions,
Okay.
or even helping to design entirely new types of machines.
So the AI could become like a partner.
Yeah,
Innovation, not just a tool for maintenance.
exactly.
That's a fascinating idea. What else?
Another key area is transparency.
Okay.
Right now, these AI systems are a bit of a black box.
Yeah.
We know they work, but it's not always clear why they make the decisions they do.
So it's like having a mechanic who can fix anything,
Right,
but they can't explain how they did it.
exactly. And that lack of transparency can be a hurdle,
Yeah.
especially in industries where safety is paramount.
Right.
If we can make these systems more explainable,
Mm-hmm.
so engineers can understand the reasoning behind the AI's recommendations,
Right.
it would build trust and unlock even more applications.
It could also help us learn more about how machines work in general,
Absolutely.
which is always a good thing.
Yeah.
But as we move forward with all this,
Yeah.
how do we ensure that humans remain a vital part of the equation?
Right.
Will there always be a need for human expertise, or will AI eventually take over completely?
I believe the most effective approach will always involve a partnership between humans and AI.
Okay.
AI can handle the massive amounts of data and complex patterns,
Yeah.
but human engineers bring their experience, intuition, and critical thinking skills to the table. It's about collaboration, not replacement.
So the AI becomes an extension of our own capabilities, helping us see things we might otherwise miss.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
a powerful combination, and I think it's the key to unlocking the full potential of AI in this field.
This has been an incredibly insightful deep dive. I feel like we've learned a lot
Me too.
about this groundbreaking new approach to machine health monitoring,
Yeah.
explored its potential benefits and challenges,
For sure.
and even kind of glimpsed into the future
Yeah?
of AI and engineering.
It's been a real pleasure diving into this with you.
Likewise.
Who knew AI and machine bearings could be so fascinating?
And on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us as we explored this amazing potential of
Yes.
AI to understand the language of machines.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.